Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a live trade video. I've been trading CYBR second day after the IPO, so far up 240, and the market's been open 6 minutes, so it's been a very nice trader, and just been hopping in and out of it. So just kind of nickel and diming it, watching for a potential $35 break. But right now I'm still kind of hesitant if I want to buy there or not. But going to try to catch some more trades here on it, so I will keep you updated, and I will let you know if I'm looking like I want to pick up some more shares or not. So I'll keep you updated. Right now I have an order in at $32.95 to try to pick up some shares. We'll see if it can get down there or not. Big spread, so just going in with small size. Because it doesn't have to move that much, and the gains can start to add up. Like I said, up 240 already, and just within 6 minutes. And I've been playing with small size, but on very volatile ones like this with big spreads, you don't need to use huge size within your positions. So we'll see if it gets down there. I will let you know if I may change the order, but for the time being, going for 200 shares at $32.95. Throwing out a fishing order here on BABA for 90.30. That looks like a potential support level. So I don't know if it'll get down there or not, but I am throwing out a fishing order, as I call them. So we'll see if it can get there. Going for some shares at 34.01. Just going to try to play the spread a little bit on this one. The overall flow of things definitely seems to be in the upwards direction. So we'll see if it can pull back there or not. On 34.20 seems to be that level of support. So we'll see what happens with it. I am trying. You can see none of my fishing orders so far have been filled. That high up there is 35, so I should and will be watching a 35 break closely if it happens, so we will see. Okay, I changed my order to 33.70 just because that's more of right kind of where some of the supports down here have been, right around that area. So we'll see if it can get down there or not. Well, I don't like how it's just hovering around there. I was looking for a quicker move, so I think I can get a better one than that. So I'm going to go down to 30. Whoops, that needed to be 200 shares. So there we go. I'm just going to get rid of this BABA order. So now going for at 30, you can see that's slightly above this moving average here. So we'll see if it can get down there or not. And I will keep you updated. Well, it started off on fire out of the gates. Now I'm having trouble getting anything filled, but that could change quickly. We shall see. Have an order into short 500 of Apple at 99.89. Not sure if it's going to get up there. Possibly may look to short with a short on a break below those. But Apple is just such a strong stock. Even when it's falling, I mean, it can really just bounce very strongly in the opposite direction. So not a huge fan of shorting, on the breaks of lows. Sure, it can work out very nicely. Like if I had done it up here, that would have been a beautiful short. But other times, it can, just stop and then just catapult against you. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to zone out there. I was reading an alert in the chat room. So that's, like I said, I'm still fishing, just nothing out there is biting. Bummer, missed the 35 break that I was watching. Went from 35 up to 35.88 in a very short amount of time. So a nice little scalping opportunity there, looking like it may be trying to head back up. So I need to do a better job of keeping an eye on this one. So all right, I will we'll see what happens. There it goes again. I'll keep you updated. Looking to pick up 500 shares at 17.01. Try to cut right in front of the round number down here at 17, and then just play it for a quick little scalp. I'm confident that if it tests 17, it'll at least bounce up there once before breaking down through there. if it even tests it, but if it does, you know, I think it's good for at least a one-time bounce off that level, but I don't want to get too greedy on the bounce. So we'll see what happens with it. I'd like to try to catch the fill, but I know these ones, and Apple I see on one of my scanners is now going to new lows, so it's not looking like this order is going to be getting hit anytime soon, so I'll just get that one out of there. And I will keep you updated on this one. Looks like an IPO trading, and IPO trading can get quite volatile, so I am keeping that in mind. So we'll see what happens with it. Okay, it's potentially going to head down there. There's the break. Getting closer. You can see a lot of people. There we go. So like I said, I think it will at least bounce off there once, but it's getting hammered pretty hard. So you can see big order size down here. So I was right to, you know, cut in front of the line there. So now it's just a matter of, can it, you know, get a decent sized bounce from here. We shall see. It is trying to bounce and is bouncing almost to the exit point where I want to get out at, which is 1710. There's 300 of my 500 shares and all out. So there's a quick $45 in, what was that, less than a minute. So yeah, that was just kind of, you know, knowing where the round number was, IPO, you could assume that there was going to be big size down there, and indeed there was. So it worked out. Now, whether or not this 17 is going to hold when it gets tested the second time, you know, that's a whole different ball game. But the first time, usually, you know, odds are it'll at least bounce off there once. But here we go, second time, and second time, well, it looks like it's trying. But anyways, as you see, my CYBR order is still sitting out there, still nothing, but I'm going to leave those fishing lures in the water. Let's see if I can catch some more trades here. Going for some more shares at 1675 now. So let's see. I mean, obviously this thing has become very overextended, and I got those, and that was a nice little fill as it hit me and then popped right back up. So let's see if I can get the 10-cent move, which I just got there. So again, not a huge score, but 50 bucks, and I don't know, what was that, 15 seconds, if that. You know, I'll take that all day long. So it went down as low as 15. So I'm just going to play this as it goes. I will look for my next order at, see if that 60 would get hit. You know, that'd be that much more overextended. So I'm going to look and try to determine where the next logical place would be to try to start to build a position in this very overextended state. So I'll keep you posted. Now half an hour in, up 335. So a nice little start to the morning. I want to try to capture a couple more trades. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I look like a bonehead now. I had those 500 shares at 1675. Got those within 5 cents of the bottom there. But I am talking in hindsight right now. You know, when you're buying overextended states, it can always get a little bit more overextended on you. So you got to take advantage of any sort of quick upwards moves. So that's what I did. But let's see what else is out there. I will try to catch at least one more trade. Now going for some shares here, just 100. And I'm playing, you know, I'm not going to make a killing if I can get the initial move. But only going with 100, I'd like to build a bigger position in it. But, you know, that's why I'm going in very small. And, you know, if I can get a quick 15-cent move, then I'm certainly going to take it. However, on the same note, I am only going in with 100 shares with the overall plan of knowing I'd like to try to buy a few more. So going for just 100 at 76.51 on a GoPro here, you can see pretty big overall move. I'm looking at other time frames now, which you can't see, and you know, the chart is pretty overextended. So I'll keep you posted on it. We'll see what happens. All right, I picked up some shares. Sorry, it happened pretty fast. Of 89 at 89.35 based off this area of support. And like the previous one that it was describing, actually I need to come down there. You would expect there to be a pretty big wall there at 50. Only 100 shares. I'd like to buy some more if I can. If it's going to move in 12 cents in my direction, then I'm certainly not going to turn that down. I'm not going to make a killing, but like I said, the overall plan and goal is to try to, you know, pick up some more shares. You know, the overall chart is within a pretty big deep pullback right now. So if it wants to go down further, like I said, I don't have a problem picking up some more shares. So we'll see what happens with it. But right now, just made my first entry there at 89.35. Looking to pick up another 200 at 89.05. We'll see what happens. I will keep you updated. All right, actually, this is just kind of irritating me now. It's not moving as fluidly and as violently as I want. I want volatility. So I am probably just going to be selling this for a loss. If it breaks through 89, then I am just getting out. And it should pop back up there and fill me at 88.99. That was just definitely the black boxes that took over there. But like I said, it's not moving as crazy as it looked like it was when I first hopped into it. So actually, let's do this. Seems like 81 is, or 80 is acting, so I want to try to buy 200 there. And then sell those up at the 90-ish area. So I'm basically I'm taking a loss on these 100 shares, and then I'm gonna just kind of try to turn around and mitigate some of my risk right here. It's looking like this could be, you know, the better entry point. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I got those 200 more. You know, my overall average is 88.98, but right now I'm just mitigating risk. So I'm going to look to sell those 200 now up at right around the 80 area. Or excuse me, above 80. So there that is, getting back up above 80. I'm going to pause it just because the video is really starting to run long now. Okay, looking to sell those at 88.94. And they're not going off. Let's try again. I am up on the best offer. So I got those. And now I'm going to try those remaining 100 up there at 88.98. So there we are. $9 loss. Just like I said, I went in a risk mitigation mode, and well, hindsight, I could have actually made money because my average was actually 88.98. So I could have, you know, possibly sold up there and actually made a little bit of money. But hey, $9 loss. That's, you know, loss mitigation. So I took a loss on those original 100 shares, but because I got another at 88.80 just from watching level 2s look like the bottom, then this nice candle here. Like I said, as you heard me, I was going into loss mitigation mode. So my goal was just to, you know, lighten the load a little bit in terms of the loss, and that's what I did. $9. You know, that's not going to send me to the poorhouse. So, but I need to wrap things up. If you're interested in learning how to trade like this with candlestick charts, level 2s, go to claytrader.com. I offer many courses on this, all very fairly priced. I also have a live trading group where you can hang out with me and other traders in a live chat room. I send out a weekly newsletter with my power profit scans. All that very fairly priced. Also, Clay Trader University gives you all access to everything, just pretty much a bulk package, live webinars, case study videos, all that stuff. Again, very fairly priced, but I will be the first to admit I am biased towards my own stuff. So, but I will say this, all the testimonials that you can read are all unbiased, unsolicited, uncompensated, whatever you want to call it. So that truly is a third-party perspective, so I'd encourage you to check those out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click the like button down below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it on my site, please click that share button up above. Little things like that do go a long way. Thank you for watching. Remember, trade without emotion.